What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Audiophiles Podcast.
I'm Malik, one of your co-hosts, and I'm joined here today with Knox, one of the smartest experts in the business music field there is. We were so lucky to have Thomas Brunet, the composer for Chants of Sennaar,
Which we covered back in episode 2.
Oh yeah, just a few weeks ago. It was so great to have him on.
We replied to his comment, and we said, do you want to talk about your work on the show a bit? And we're so excited to show it with you. Welcome for our first Composer Spotlight, Mr. Thomas Brunet.
I also want to take time to get into you as a composer more. And part of the other goals of this thing we're doing with the Audiophiles is to highlight individual artists, the work that they're doing, and the careers, and tell what I think is some untold stories about what it's like to compose for games. So would you mind just giving us the old, how'd you get into this? What do you want to be doing with your career?
Sure. I started out as a percussionist in mostly orchestral settings, and I branched into guitar and piano later in my life. And I actually had 7 years working as a French literature teacher in high school. And then I decided my teaching days were done and quit my job as a teacher and decided to try my luck as a composer. This was like 2 years prior to being hired by Randisk for Chants of Sennaar. And during this time, I obviously posted a lot of music on internet. It's still there. That helped me a lot to forge my sound, my craft, know how, what kind of music I wanted to be writing. Also, I spend a lot of time learning about marketing and communication, social media, all this kind of stuff. It's something you have to think about when you don't have the client base at all. It's a part of the job that I frowned upon a lot, and I still do sometimes when there's stuff to do and you're going to spend your whole day either writing emails or posting on social media, but it's never actually such a pain to me because I know why I'm doing it, and it never feels forced. So in a way, it's always like I just need to talk about this because if I don't, no one's going to do it. And then I tried basically every social media out there and ended up deducing that Twitter and LinkedIn were probably the two most effective ones for games.
Well, it seems to have worked. I mean, if you said that that's how they found you, right?
Yeah. But then I also cast my net pretty widely and tried Instagram and Facebook, and it never really seemed to click. I guess there's a generational divide between Facebook and Twitter firstly, and then the people don't look for the same things on these sites. And if you don't think about that, and if you just use them blindly, then your efforts it'll basically be a wasted effort. So I kind of stopped communicating on Instagram, or just really episodically. And so yeah, most game devs were on Twitter, and now they're kind of migrating slowly to Blue Sky. But the most effective professional wise is still X, Twitter. And then LinkedIn is great for everything very official, very it's definitely less relaxed than Twitter.
Right.
But still when you get industry connections, usually you want to use LinkedIn.
How do you go about expanding those industry connections, and what are the networking opportunities for you in your career so far that have been really impactful?
I think I've been very lucky with this because Sennaar has had a huge repercussion on my life and my career already. So I've really seldom had to reach out to people, and it was usually the other way around. I don't know if I'm right to do this, but I've had already huge opportunities coming my way thanks to both the game and its reception, and also the way I'm easily found, I guess, online. If you type Chants of Sennaar soundtrack, if you type my name, you can find me and my music and my basic contacts, and that's basically all you care about is people will find an email address or a contact form or a social media link, and they will find online players for your music. And that's the essentials, I guess. And then, connections through LinkedIn come from people I've worked with already, recommending me. Very little cold outreach, because I personally despise when people do it to me. And I'm usually flattered, actually, when that happens. But the little pang of who is this and what they want with me? What did I do? And usually we're very many composers online. So much so that you would be hard pressed to find an official job offer for composers in games.
Right.
There's like 1 or 2 each month, and 10,000 people apply almost on the first day. And you're like, this is wasted effort there, right there. It happened that I applied a few times, but then it's just, if people don't recognize you and don't know you from somewhere, and I'm guessing it's the same in entertainment all around, they will most likely go to the person they know or someone recommended by people they know and trust. And it's just human.
That's been my experience as well.
Yeah, I often hear people say, oh, the nepotism and this kind of theories. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but this is not what happens in 99% of the cases, that people just want to work with people they know and trust, or people recommended to them. And
Malik, you probably encounter that too, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. People call you if they like you and know you. And if they don't know you or don't like you, then they don't call you.
Yeah, exactly. And they would probably not answer your call, or would just politely tell you they're not interested. And it's human, I guess. And it's just a fact of our industry that you wouldn't give $50,000 to someone to handle your project if you didn't trust them. So when they contacted me, Randisk, about Chance of Sonar, when they contracted me, I had to write demos. That's perfectly normal process. But others just don't need demos and are like, when can you start? Tomorrow? Oh, good. Here's your contract, or send me your contract and I will sign it. Sometimes it happens like that.
Thank you again, Mr. Brunet, for hanging out with us. That was so much fun. The Audiophiles is a movement of people dedicated to elevating the stature of video game music,
And we're really, really excited to have your support. And until next time, play
with sound.